What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, YouTube channel. So guys, I don't really think I've shown y'all my room yet, like actually shown it to y'all. So I am going to be showing y'all my mounts, like my deer mounts, duck mounts, turkey mounts, all that, and explaining a story behind them. I'm trying to make this video under like 5 minutes probably. I bet I can beat that. But I do have a video of my turkey that I shot, so I will play that after I explain that story. We're gonna start off with this one. This is a 9-point. I will actually take off the Santa hat real quick. That is my 9-point. I was really watching this deer for like 4 years probably. A nice rack on him, I would have to say. This is probably one of my most pleasing mounts, for sure. No doubt about it. Okay, so the story behind this one is a very short, simple, straight to the point story. Very simple. So we had been seeing him for probably, I would say, 2 or 3 years, maybe 4. But all that would skip till the year of 2020. We'd been seeing him in November a lot on the camera. I mean, he was coming every night, right before daylight. It was like he was coming all the time. Never in the day though. We went one evening, sat there, just sitting there, waiting. I just hear all of a sudden like a bunch of leaves rustling, okay? And I was just sitting there. I was like, is that a deer? So I grabbed my gun, and my grandfather's with me, okay? So I was sitting there, grabbed my gun. We have a lane straight out in front and 2 to our sides. So I heard it coming from kind of in the middle of our right lane and our straight lane. I heard it kind of coming towards the straight lane. So I got my gun and got almost spun all the way around in my chair, spinny chair. So I got almost spun all the way around my chair. Doe darts across that lane. A spike goes after her, and then I have the gun up on the rest of 4-point runs and then a 6-point runs. And I said, holler at the next one so it'll stop. So I hollered at him, and next thing you know, I just saw that side antler with 5 of them on it. I was like, that's him. Took the shot. Was pretty much shaking until I went and found him. And after, he had ran probably 25, 30 yards down the road. It was a very nice shot. Straight awesome. That was the story of my 9-point. I named him Dead at the beginning of the year, so that's what we named most of our deer. Except this year, I actually named that one right there a different name. I'll tell you in a minute. You can't even see him right now. That one's probably my most pleasing kill so far. Guess what? I killed him this year, 2021, probably about a month ago. Maybe not quite a month ago. Probably about half a month ago. Y'all will see him in just a minute. Guys, let's move on to the duck. I know y'all had already seen it from the deer. It is a pintail, if you cannot tell. Has the pin on his tail. So, I was sitting there, okay, and we were seeing a bunch of pintails. And I saw this one with a single out. Like a single spurs out. Okay? So I was sitting there, watching this group of pintails circle around me. There was that one that I saw. It was like the one. If any of them was it, that was the one. It was the only one with a spur sticking off the end. So I shot. He dropped, and he kind of started swimming around like he wasn't fully dead, but he wasn't, like, he ain't going nowhere. Like, I blew him in the neck, in the chest, all over him. He was just kind of like swimming around, kind of. But he was not going anywhere. Dog went to get him, brought him back to the line, and I saw just to split off, and I was like moving him apart a little bit. It's double spur. Really nice. Very rare if you've never killed one before. Anyways, guys, that was that one. The next one, I do have a video too. I know you can see the bottom feet. I know you've already seen it. It is the turkey. I have a video to whenever I killed it. My guide was like, as soon as he pops his head around that thing, take him out. And I was like, I took that way too literal. That was my turkey. Very nice turkey. Killed him in Kentucky. Loved that day, and I will never forget it. So the story behind that turkey was, so we were sitting there, and we knew, like, well, maybe not like new stuff, but we had like high expectations, probably a 80% chance that we were thinking that we were going to see something. Okay, so next thing you notice, if you know turkeys, as soon as them crows start caw, 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 turkeys are making all their gobbling sounds. So we heard them behind us doing all the gobbling and stuff. So about 20 minutes later, probably, we just hear a bunch of drumming. So if you look it up on YouTube, just like the drumming of a turkey, it's kind of like they puff up their feathers and stuff, and they kind of like shake a lot, or something like that, and they make this like brrr sound, like a purring sound, but a very like different sound than that. We heard it, and we were like, there's one right behind us and stuff, like not far at all. And when we started hearing it again, and we heard another one. So the turkey that I am about to show the video of next clip, he walked out, and I saw the other one behind him. That turkey walked out, got behind the decoy. I took that thing way too literal. Watch it.
Wait till he pops that head up. Now wait till he turns around. Wait till he comes back around when he's looking at you, then get him.
As you can see in that video, man, I took that way too literal. Should have let him pop out a little faster, but hey, I got the job done. He's mounted and everything. Alright, so I'm gonna show y'all another one I killed in Kentucky. It is an 8-point that has heavy mass on him. If you know what mass is, I'm not saying a bad word. It's mass, like he's like heavy horns on him. If you're a deer hunter, you'll know. There's a lot of deer hunters in this world. Let's see him. I have it zoomed in super close so you can't see the next one because I really want that one to be a surprise. But as you can see, I have a Santa hat on him, but I have that Santa hat pointing the wrong way. As you can see, there's 8 points on him. There's 4 on that side, 4 on that side. And let me show you the mass on this joker. Look at this thing, dude. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but let me put my hand around it, dude. Like, I can't even fit my hand fully around it. It is a ginormous mass deer. That is my finger up to it. He is also a very old deer. A very nice deer. Yeah. There's not much to this one. Biggest part of this one, it was raining early that morning, the last day I could have hunted. It was the morning, so we would have been able to go the afternoon too. It was the last day. 2 more hunts to go. It was raining. We were kind of debating if we wanted to go or not. We were like, we'll send it. Maybe after the rain done, they'll walk out and stuff. So we sat there in the blind, probably about 30 minutes after daylight. The rain cleared up. Probably about 15 minutes later, a doe and a yearling walks out. They were just walking around, kind of eating around on the corn. Not in the corn. It's like a corn patch type thing. But they were kind of eating around on the corn stuff. So then we looked out a little farther, and there was a little spike walking around. So we just started focusing on that doe and that yearling. We were like bent over looking out the side of the blind because they were like straight to the right of us and stuff. And I looked straight back out, and there's just this ginormous mass all over him. He's just great size. deer. I know y'all probably like, oh, it's just a tiny deer. No, he ain't tiny in person. Man, that thing's ginormous. Sucker's huge. But I look out there and I'm like, don't even have the gun anywhere. I'm just sitting there and I just grab that gun and put it up there. Bow! Probably 20, 30 yards. Falls down. He was a huge deer. His neck is ginormous. You'll see it on the next deer I show you. That is my favorite deer, by far. If you go check out me and my friend Carter's channel, you will see a lot of this. See that neck on that deer? That right there is an 11 point. If you cannot tell, it is an 11 point. Nice antlers on him. That little split right there makes it 11. He is very wide, almost 2 feet wide. Very nice sized deer, if I can say. So let me tell you the story behind him. So we were sitting there in the blind. We were just sitting there. The days before and all that, it was just, he had come out Monday. My sister went out and hunted Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday it was Thanksgiving. Friday I went out there. No. Friday I stayed at home. No, Friday I went out and sat on one of my bow stands. And Friday I didn't see anything. But then Saturday I went out, sat on that stand. I was like, probably won't see nothing. Next thing you know, this spike walks out. Then a little button head walks out. And a doe walks out down in the bottom, probably about 100 yards away. And I pulled my gun up because it's rut. So they're probably chasing. So I sat there and I saw antlers walk out after the doe. So we're on a pipeline, okay? And the doe walked across the lane, and then the buck came out and he turned and came to the corn and the rice burning. So I was just sitting there like, he's a big deer. And then my grandfather's like, he's one of our 8s. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. He's a big one. He turned sideways a little bit, and I was like, nope, that's our 10. We thought he was a 10 point all along. I shot him. We went and found him. He had that little extra one on him. He was actually an 11 point. I was very pleased with that for sure. Nice mount. All my friends are like, why didn't you get him like fully mounted, like caped him mounted and everything? I was like, I'm gonna do so much more hunting in the future. Who knows how many more mounts I'll have, you know what I mean? So I have a next one. It is my first buck with my bow. I also killed him this year. Not a too big of a 7 point, but if you bow hunt and you were a kid when you shot your first one with your bow, you'll know how happy you are. So let's look at this thing. So that is the 7 point. Very nice deer. He was a big deer, if I do say. This is my 2019 kills, my first bow kill, fishing, hunting, bow shooting. The story behind that 7 point, I went out there, sat on my bow stand, sat there, doe walks in, yearling walks in, doe kicks yearling out. Oh, here's buck walking in. I knew he's a buck as soon as, because he came the way the doe did. And I saw antlers. I was like, oh, I'm shooting. Like, no doubt about it. I saw antlers. I was with my bow. I was shooting no matter what happened. Yeah. So I shot, got him loaded up, went eat, took him to our processor, and that was the end. And this is also the end of this video, so go ahead and subscribe, like the video, go subscribe to Double Trouble Outdoors for sure. That is me and my buddy's channel. I do have a great hunt on there that you are not going to want to miss. I actually have 2, but the other one's not a hunt. I really just sat there and videoed while I was sitting on the ground, and 2 does walked by me 20 yards, didn't even know I was there at all. other than when my dog walked off and run them off. Just go watch them videos and you'll be surprised what I saw in one of them videos. Trust me, you ain't gonna want to miss it. Anyways, guys, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.